Hello, hi, good day. Welcome to a new beautiful weekend. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima. I'm a person live from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you doing? I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. So come on, guys, let's talk about today's headline news. Welcome to the broadcast again. Please, as you come in, do not forget to do the needful by liking the broadcast, sharing the broadcast, inviting someone onto this broadcast, and please turn on your notification bell if you haven't. And this is for the very few of you that are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now is about a good time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys, welcome to today's newspaper review. Yes, welcome to today's newspaper review. Please, as you come in, observe all protocols by putting your mic on mute until it is time for you to speak. You know how we do it in the comment section. I have posted the link. If you'd like to be part of the panelists today, please do well by clicking on the link and you will be right here with me. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family. What's in the apple? Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Okay, we'll be running straight into the matter of the day, guys. So, NDLEA, these people are sitting up to their responsibilities, and there are lots of revelations out there now, guys, are you ready for this? Osagbovo, hi, beautiful morning to you and a good week to you too. Cheers to like my people. Clement Osagbo, how you doing? Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you, Clement. Good morning to you. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Osabovo, thank you for being here. James Morgan, hi. Good afternoon to you too. How you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Osabovo, how are you? How was your weekend? I hope you had a good one. Mommy Diaspora, yes, I am fine. Thank you. Thank you very much, dearest Mama, and welcome to today's broadcast. Thank you for being here. Father Evangelist, man of God, good to have you here. Thank you for being here, sir. It's good to have you here. Thank you. Mr. Vine Maxwell, happy new week to you too. It's good to have you here. Mr. Vine Maxwell, quickly click on the link and come here. Let's talk. Yes, Mr. Vine Maxwell. Don't wait. Don't let it get too late. Please, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the broadcast once again. Please do well to like the broadcast, do well to share, do well to invite someone. But let's begin with the likes, guys. Let's do better this week. Let's be very obedient by clicking on the link that is the thumbs up just right there on your screen. And guys, to the right in the comment section, you have the dollar sign. That's where you get to give your generous donations. Your donation goes a long way in helping with our broadcast to be here, to put everything that needs to be put in place and to be here, guys. So it goes a long way, your donation, and also the likes, right? The likes helps with visibility. It helps with visibility. So please do well to like the broadcast. Thank you very much. Udoka Joy, how are you doing? Where have you been? I've been looking out for you. Where have you been? It's good to have you on this broadcast, ma'am. Welcome. Thank you. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Udoka Joy. Thank you. It's good to see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin today? Our first paper for today is the Punch. Yes, please, the Punch. All right. Okay, here we have Abba Kyari. This guy wants to become our small daddy. Why we are still recovering from Abacha's loot. Looks like Kyari has has found a role model. You guys, NDLEA files 24 charges, seizes 14 mega assets. I tell you, agency uncovers shopping malls, others owned by ex-IRT commander. Kyari's deputy, Uba, fails to declare 100 million naira life insurance policy. Okay, contract termination, FG to pay foreign firm $496 million. If you want more on that story, please check out page 26 on the Punch. Ogun, Lagos, Rivers, communities battle hazardous waste. NNPC defends 68 million liter daily consumption, backs forensic audit. We took the story last week, 2 weeks back, and they've been dribbling their numbers while the rep says that they've been dishing out to 98 million liters daily. They initially said that they had 60, or they were releasing 60 million liters daily. But now they've added 8 million. Oh, only God knows whether 8 million was hiding since, but they've added 8 million. But that doesn't make up for the 30 million that that they're not putting, that they're not stating in their record. So this is them saying yes, it is 68 million liters, and we said what we said, right? That's what they're doing. Okay, Atiku, no threat to Tinubu, Obi social media creation, and that's from Ononuga. I don't know why they still think that Peter Obi is a child's play, why they think that Peter Obi is just a social media frenzy. Okay, let's see how that plays out. Subscribers failed to use 98,075 million. Oh, excuse me. Subscribers failed to use 98.75 million SIMs. Yes. Discos lose 543 billion naira. Power generation drops by 642.4 megawatts. All right, and the picture we have there is the demolition, no, not the demolition, the collapse. Now we have 2 dead, others trapped in Lagos building collapse. This happened somewhere around, somewhere in Lekki, yes. This happened in Lagos, somewhere in Lekki. Now, the story is that the Oba Boniro just Friday actually called out and alerted people and said this building is about to be collapsed. So he invited the body in charge, of buildings, constructions and all of that, and they came around and they sealed off the building. Now the residents snuck in at night to go and sleep. You see, sometimes, right, when we talked about this issue sometime last week, we said that even civilians are not helping. They're not helping matters. The engineers, the landlords, they begin to go for low budget, or they try to bribe their way around these things, and these are the repercussions. So yes, in a way, you guys, safety belongs to everybody. It belongs to everybody. We need to do better, Nigeria. So this was what happened, and it's a 7-story building. Sadly, these 2 people died in it, and others are trapped. Others are still trapped in there. We hope that next time people will do better, learn from this and do better. We move to the next paper, and that's Daily Sun. If you're just coming, joining the studio, welcome once again. Welcome. Please get settled in. Do not forget to do the needful by liking the broadcast, sharing, and inviting someone onto the broadcast. All right, moving on. Are battles for survival as PDP crisis worsens? Wike has become a full-time live band musician because of these people. They've they've brought out the other talent that Wike and Nigerians didn't even know that he possessed. All right. More governors, National Working Committee members move against party chair. His removal will cause more trouble, warns McAfee. NNPC offers. Okay, so the chair of this just says what happens everywhere, right? The sitting chair of PDP is a Northerner. The deputy chair is also a Northerner. So if Ayu is removed, we will still have a Northerner there. And so they're saying they cannot even remove the both of them. Goodness gracious. But why should they, when it is not a party for just Northerners, why should they have both the deputy and the chair from the same zone? All right. NNPC offers to submit forensic audit of fuel supply. Insists daily average supply remains 68 million liters. Article promises women, youth 60% cabinet positions. Alaafin stool, Kingmakers shortlist 86 contestants. Government holds peace parley. Bloody day in Lagos, Abuja, and Niger. 2 deaths caused injured in Lagos building collapse, and 10 dead in Abuja, Niger crashes. NDDC, Oshomole, Akeredolu, Silva fight over MD as litigation threatens board inauguration. And here we have gunmen behead Tescom director, kill, and NSCDC officer abducts 35 passengers. Now, all of this happened around Ekiti, Kwara State. This Tesco director, the man he's been missing for days, right? For about 3 days. He went missing on a Thursday, and his body was seen on I think on a Saturday. Yes, if I remember the story right, his body was seen on a Saturday, but unfortunately, he had been beheaded. It is really gruesome. I'm not sure you guys are ready for the details, but okay, I will try to be as moderate as possible. Now, his body was found, but he was beheaded. His chest were ripped open. It's just too gory. A lot of things were taken out of him, and he was only identified by the suits in which, the day he went out, the clothes he wore, and the picture, the last scene, and that picture. Yes, that's how they were able to identify that this is the director that they have been looking for. And what are we dealing with? We've been talking about missing children, and we are still here saying, is it a case of carelessness? Is it a case of trafficking? Or is it a case of rituals? And seeing things like this, should we be worried? Should we be really, really, really worried about ritual killings in this, as we come towards the election season? And then we have this report that NSCDC officer, they were traveling, and this gunman just approached on the road, stormed out of nowhere, of course not nowhere, stormed out of the bushes, out of their hideouts, and they were shooting at the vehicle. The NSCDC officer took a direct hit to his head, and of course he lost his life. Condolences to the organization, but even to the family of all of these people. The losses from Nigeria, that Nigerians are, the losses to these people are just so enormous. Every day you are sending your condolences. Condolences, they finish. Oh, I beg, if we should stop all this. Condolences, they finish. For crying out loud. Well, 35 passengers have been abducted. This is in Ekiti State. So you guys, I am not reading out a story from the northern part of Nigeria. This is here. When things happen and we don't raise alarm, and we don't call out, we don't protest, we don't fight it, we don't question them, it's only a matter of time before it comes to our doorstep. Talking about that, it's just here already. Now, when we read all these terrific happenings, all these terrible happenings, it's not just in the north anymore, guys. It's not just in the north. Okay, I'll take a few comments from Let's see what you guys are saying. As I'm reading this news, please drop your comments. Say something in the comment section. I would like to hear from you. Yes, I'd like to hear from you. Welcome each and every one of you to the broadcast. Michael Ayale, welcome to the broadcast. Udoka Joy, welcome to the broadcast. Mommy Diaspora, thank you. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome each and every one of you to the broadcast. James Morgan, Van Maxwell, Osagofo Clement, thank you. You're watching, you're not saying anything. What's up? Please say something. React to this news. Come on, guys. Let's talk about this today. Okay, we'll move to the next paper. And that would be the last paper for today. That's Daily Trust. Okay, on Daily Trust, we have military kills 5 ISWAP commanders. Over 200 terrorists in Borno. That's amazing. That's really amazing. If these reports are anything to go by, that's really, really amazing. Hopefully, in days to come, we should see a decline in killings, in kidnappings, in kidnappings. Yeah, and hopefully, we get back to our normal life while we deal with things like corruption. I mean, that used to be our headache, right? talking about corruption, dealing with corruption. That used to be our problem. That used to be one of our major problems. But now we have like everything happening. Okay, they are using Northeast as training ground, and that's from a source. That's really terrifying, guys, to know that these people are using Northeast. Northeast, not just a secluded, not just a minute section. It's really alarming. And to think that sometime last week, Friday or Saturday, in the news where the police are telling proprietors go back to school. We are in resumption week for the children, and police are saying go and open the school. But the teachers union in Zamfara State are saying this bandits, these terrorists, they live in the schools. For us to go back to the school, that means you are assuring us of security, you are assuring us of protection and all of that. And well, the police are yet to say anything on that. Okay, we will continue to take fights to them, and that's for NAF. Insurgents attack Bonu Mosque, kill Imam, 3 others. Oh dear. 2 dead, several trapped as 7-story building collapses in Lagos. Okay, we took that already. 2023, anxiety trails APC's delay in unveiling campaign council members. In 2023, anxiety trails APC's delay in unveiling campaign council members. I don't know why these people have a problem with putting their house in order. 14 dead, 1,179 cases recorded as yellow fever hit 35 states plus FCT. Let's just say the yellow fever hits every part of Nigeria and not just FCT. I mean, if you are saying 35 states plus FCT, that's just the whole of Nigeria. So guys, this report says that yellow fever cases everywhere in our domos. You don't know who has it, a friend, a neighbor, a vendor, even someone you do not know. So let's be careful. It only just says that let's be careful. Do not forget, out of 10 doctors, we have just 6 in Nigeria. And that was the last report. We don't know what is happening right now. Despite increased revenue by manufacturers, cement price still over 4,000 naira per 50 kg. We are about to see a huge increase in the likes of rent and all of that. And I'm not sure that we are ready. I'm not sure that we are ready for that. Yeah, guys, come on, let's clap for our newest member. Hi, Udoka Joy Aloze. Thank you for picking up your membership. Yeah, Niger. Welcome to the Niger Watch family, Joy. Madam Joy, it's good to have you. Thank you. Welcome. Justin Emmanuel, how you doing? Good morning to you too, and welcome to the broadcast. Michael Anya Ale, how you doing? Good to have you here, and welcome to the broadcast. Okay, Justin Emmanuel, good morning. Welcome to the broadcast once again. Yes, happy new week. Thank you for wishing me one. Happy new week. Thank you for being here. All right, guys, I want us to take this story on Abba Kyari, right? Now, these new revelations, these new findings, right, has opened he has this account with Nigerian banks. You know, when I saw the report, I'm like, okay, he probably had all of this in like an offshore account, so it is untraceable. You know, they had to really investigate and go through the needle's eye. But these are accounts, First Bank, is it Keystone Bank? About 3 banks were mentioned with this money. Should there not be a flag of when some certain amount of money goes into a public officer's account? Should there not be a trigger? Come on, I would like to hear your views on this. I'd like to see your reaction on this. So if you'd like to come on board, please click on the link. Yes, click on the link that has been posted, and you will be right here. You'll be right here for us to dissect, or you just drop your submissions in the comment section. Let's talk about this. Yes, let's talk about this. For that to happen, and you know, he did not declare his assets. Even his deputy was not left his deputy, has been arraigned too for not declaring his assets. He has 100 million naira on life insurance, and that he did not declare. I mean, this I thought police officers don't earn so much. Abba Kyari he has the news reads that he had 14 not big mega assets were seized. He has farmlands from he has farmlands from the Abuja Kaduna Express road. He has that. He has a whole lot of things. He has shopping mall. He has a golf course. Of course, now he did that one for his colleagues then, because I mean he has, yeah, did I say he has a shopping mall? Goodness gracious, that is under construction. He has lots of these things. And for yes, some of them where he used other people, he had got the properties in other people's name, but all of that has been figured out. All of that is now out. So 24 more charges has been laid upon this dude. It's amazing. I hope justice would really, really take its course, and I hope they're not just trying to push him for him to, I hope they're not trying to push him for him to just succumb and know that they mean business, or just to scare him, right? Mr. Judin, I welcome you to the broadcast. Good to have you here. This is from Mommy Diaspora. She says, "My
Good
beautiful
morning.
darling."
How are you?
And well, thank you. Just 1 minute, Mr. Children. It says, "My beautiful darling Ima, they cannot put their house in order because God has given them a job to be so busy until we take back Nigeria and make it great again." Honestly, because I can't even agree less with your submission, Mommy Diaspora. Because you are dealing with a party of just how many people, and within you people, you can't even come together. It's amazing how you can't work together for the good of your own party, knowing what is in front, knowing that you want to, you have a goal, there's something in it for you, and you're not doing that. I think the one happening in PDP is the most surprising. Guys, well, okay, we have a panelist, Mr. Jordan. Thank you for joining me in here. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing? Looking beautiful this morning. I like that hairstyle.
Mr. Jordan, this is the first time you are complimenting me, so I am taking this compliment to the
No,
bank. Thank you
I
very
have
much.
always done that on the chat session, but you read people's name, you don't even read mine. I've always done so on the chat section.
I'm so
Is it?
sorry, Mr. Jordan. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. You're
Oh,
welcome. Thank you.
all right,
Uh,
all right, Mr. Jordan.
how's
So
everybody doing?
everybody's fine. Everyone is fine. I will answer for everybody. They are fine. They are fine. All right. Let me take this comment. We are talking about Abba Kyari, right? And 24 more charges has been added to, from money laundering to drug to illegal, everything has been added to this. Now, 14 mega assets, Mr. Jude. I mean, mega in its entire sense, from owning shopping mall to golf course to owning hectares of land to owning establishments, lots of things. So, lots of money found in several bank accounts, to those other properties that he has acquired in the name of some other people. So, all of this has come together, and even his deputy is not left out. His deputy was found out to have a life insurance of 100 million naira that he did not disclose, but thankfully that is out now. And with all of these revelations, do you think we are going to have there's going to be justice is truly going to be served? Well, let me take this comment by Johnson Emmanuel, because I was saying, if a policeman that is supposed to be earning this is having that amount of money, that much amount of money coming into his bank, is it not supposed to be like a red alert? Is the government not supposed to be aware? Are they not supposed to? I mean, I've heard people saying here that if you buy a house abroad and you are charged $100,000, right? And you're given a period of 5 years to pay, and in 1 year you choose to pay all that money, that you'll be queried. They will collect the money, but you'll be queried. You'll be asked questions. They want to know how should that have, don't we have a system to look into things like this?
Are you, oh, you want me to respond now or somebody
Yes.
else?
Yes. No, no, that's
Okay.
for you. That's for you.
Okay. Honestly, Abba Kyari's situation and all these charges, they are merely symptoms of the overall situation in Nigeria. You know, a country where we have rules, different rules for different people. We have those for the rich men or the so-called rich, and we have those for the poor. You know, and this is applied based on Nigerian legal system is applied based on who you are and based on how much in your pocket. Like I pointed out the other time, in advanced country, in civilized world, the legal system is meant to protect the poor from the rich. But in Nigeria and in other third world countries, the legal system is meant to protect the rich from the poor. It's the reverse. And that is why the third world countries, especially the black nations, cannot actually advance, no matter what they do. Because until you begin to requite or apply justice to everybody, you can't make any headway in terms of advancement. I mean, how can anyone imagine a situation where a policeman, I'm sure Abba Kyari's salary will not be more than 200,000 a month. I mean, 200,000 is even so high. I'm sure his salary will not be more than that. Let's assume it's even 300,000 a month. How can that salary acquire all of those things now that we all know that he acquired? Okay, Abba Kyari's situation was, you see what I felt Abba Kyari was doing all along? He merely played Nigerian who have been so gullible to continue to worship the rich and who have thrown away ethics, value system, that today in Nigeria, people no longer honor those who are hardworking, but they only honor thieves who have killed to make money. They don't care of how you make your money, but they want to, all they care is how much you have and how much you are able to flaunt around. Okay? Abba Kyari, what I felt was he did all this while that made him to be acclaimed super cop was that anytime he come in contact with all those Yahoo fraudulent, so-called fraudulent people, armed robbers and stuff like that, whom he has always been in their midst, is that anybody they told you that Abba Kyari arrested, that person probably have refused to settle with him, probably have refused to succumb to his bribe or whatever way he settles, and then he will not get him arrested. But those whom he has arrested that settled with him are the people from whom he got all of this money from and properties from. So when they say Abba Kyari, people were jubilating that he had arrested, what is the name of that notorious guy, kidnapper? What is his name again?
Hush Puppy.
No, not Hush Puppy. The other guy, Evans. When he arrested Evans, I'm sure that it was because Evans refused to settle him to whatever he must have been demanding that made him now to give up. It's not that Abba Kyari doesn't know where Evans was. After all, they're all in the same gang. Abba Kyari, trust me, are all in the same gang with all those notorious thieves and kidnappers in Nigeria. They're all the same thing, and which evidence have even shown. This is the whole thing about, there is so much wrong with this country called Nigeria. There is so much. This situation has not started during this Buhari's time. Let's give him credence for that. It has been the foundation of Nigeria. It's just that Buhari time, everything aggravated, everything went to an abnormal height that made everybody now to be talking about it. All these things has been existing when you have a policeman go on the road every day, they keep extorting people. And yet their officers, their leaders in the office will tell us, oh, you are not supposed to give bribe to the police. Police is not supposed to collect bribe. And if you go to jail, they will tell you jail is free. You are not supposed to pay to get a bail. Bail is free. My God, you and I knows that bail is not free in Nigeria. Can they enforce that? If they say bail is free, can they enforce it? The same police office, the same IG and all those nonsense, whatever they do, will tell you in Nigeria, roadblocks are banned. Do you know that? Do we all know that roadblocks are banned in Nigeria today? But go to East, From Lagos down to eastern side, you will see so many roadblocks. People still, policemen still blocking the road and collecting money from people. And yet they tell you roads are blocked, roads are banned. I mean, we live in a lawless system, in a system that takes from the poor, extracts the little the poor has. The rich extract the poor the little has and make themselves richer, and they don't care about the poor. And the sad thing about it all is that the same poor continue to enable the rich to continue to exploit them. That is the thing that baffles me. That is the thing I can't even wrap my mind around. That the same poor that are being exploited daily, they still enable these same rich people to continue to exploit them. I don't understand. What kind of people are we? What kind of brain? How do we think? Tinubu and Atiku are campaigning now. These are people who have stolen and stolen and stolen and stolen and stolen and raped the resources of Nigeria. And yet you still see the same poor people supporting these same people to continue to exploit them. What did them do us? I mean, juju be this. What did them do us? How can't we reason why can't we reason like normal human being? Is it that poverty distorts people's mind that they can't reason well? I know, yes, it does. But these are the same people, politicians that have deliberately impoverished Nigeria. But again, when you speak to these same people, they come against you. They attack you. But they won't attack their slave masters who have impoverished them, who have removed, who have done everything to undermine their humanity, who have done anything to undermine that they are human beings that are supposed to live and be happy and live a standard, at least a reasonable standard life, like we have in many advanced countries. In advanced countries, we talk about every day. Not everybody is rich, but many people can be comfortable, can live adequately and have the basic necessities of life. But in Nigeria, it's never so. Well, I yield to other people to talk.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Judy. We almost have a full house here, so let's give them time to talk too. Thank you, Mr. Judy, for being here, and thank you for planting a big smile on my face with your compliment. Thank you very much. Welcome to the broadcast again, guys. If you're just tuning in, welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, sir. If you're just joining in, I welcome you specially to today's broadcast. Please do well to like the broadcast, share, and invite someone. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also turn on your notification bell, guys. In the comment section to the right, there's a $sign. Please use it to support us. Show some love today. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Vine Maxwell, how you doing?
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. Good morning from Bolgatanga, Upper East region of Ghana. And good morning to my co-panelists and those that are listening to us this morning. I wish you a happy Monday.
All right, thank you very much. So right over here, right, and this is because this has happened to me before. There's a limit to, like, if you get for a personal account, not a business account, your personal account, and you get a transaction of 5 million naira. And for you to even get a 5 million naira, there has to be a transgression, right? You have to be having maybe 1 million, 1.5 to over time. If you've been dealing with thousands of naira, then all of a sudden you have 5 million naira or 2 million naira, your account gets flagged. They would invite you, they will buy your account, they will invite you. How did you get this money? What job did you do? So how is it that this man, a police officer, right, having money in foreign currencies, a huge amount of money, lots of money, how is it that these people are not even flagged? Now, if you're talking at Abba Kyari, these other people that they are paying ransom to, I mean, does it mean that the banking sector also is compromised?
Sister Emma, I see how I laugh. I laugh in Chinese style. You see, I do not know if most of these things, the system to detect, alerts or huge sum of money, filtering into your account, into one's account, is activated in Nigeria, or if there is a law that has been passed towards that. During my time, my pay slip is there for everyone to see. As a warrant officer, second class, my pay slip. You know how much I collect. When you go to the Nigerian Army salary records, you will see how much a warrant officer, second class collects. And every year, there is what we call traveler's claim, furniture allowance, that is paid to you, let me just say 25% of your normal monthly salary. So when you add them all to let's say in a year, it's an insignificant amount of money that is going to do maybe something reasonable for you. Before you can build a house as a warrant officer that time, let me say from 1998, 99 that way, you must have saved diligently for about 10 to 15 years. And that includes if you're opportune to participate in any foreign operation where you are being paid sometimes $30, sometimes $50 per day. Okay, so these are if it is United Nations operations or ECOMOG where you are paid, let's say, sometimes 15, 20 or $30 a day. So this is how you make money. But when you look at the current police officers now, ACP, to be honest with you, I think someone can Google that here while we discuss. I don't know if an ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police, rank, salary is up to 200,000 naira. I'm not sure about that. I don't know whether they have increased their salary now because a lieutenant colonel during our time collect about 100 and no, I think about 105,000 naira during our time. An ACP is not even up to, let's say, major. Maybe put him at the rank of a captain or so, or lieutenant, a lieutenant. You see, what you see in Nigerian system is that people arrogate powers to themselves. People disregard the rule of law. People do things because they have the power to do it and nobody questions them or somebody is blowing the horn for them. If my father is behind me, Sistema, I can beat you because my father is behind me. If my father is supporting me, I will do everything that I can in order to disgrace you because there is someone behind me that, spurring me up to do what I want to do. That is exactly what is happening in that country. How do you want to tell me that a dog is now eating the bone hung around his neck? He's now working with the criminal gangs. Look, if you go to Southeast, when they took him to Southeast and see what he did over there, you will be marveled. In Katsina and Sokoto too as well. What he did over there, most of these people that you see today, these criminal gangs, terrorist group commanders, Abba Kyari knows majority of them. The ransom they collect, he has a share. I'm telling you based on good information from my own people that are within the area.
You are right, my brother, 100% right.
This is why they cannot arrest them. And I would like them to press these charges so that Abba Kyari will come out to say, after all, me, I no go die alone. Let me expose the. There are a lot of things that is still unfolding. I want them to press these charges. Just imagine if you look at the kind of mansion this guy built, ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police, the house he built in his hometown, just like you said. The shopping mall that is building, golf course, farm, all kinds of things like that. What multiple of millions of dollars? How did he make such money? How did he make such money? He is not within the corridors of Asorok, where let's say they make so much money. He is not, within NMPC, where the people make so much money. He is not there. But most of this corrupt hush puppy, Evans, like my senior brother said there, did not pay. That is why he was killed. There are so many reports from the Southeast. When people, in fact, hush puppy gave him instruction that someone, you should go and harass. Supposing that guy paid that money he asked to pay, he won't see them. He will
All
not
right.
arrest that guy. These
All
are
right.
some of the things that are going on. And Emma, see, the foundation, you see, that system that enables corruption, that system that enables corruption, even if you put a cent there, we will still be talking till tomorrow. This is the problem. The system has been, corrupted. Anybody you place in there will find it very, very difficult to operate in such a system.
All
Thank
right.
you. And let me hold it here and let other people continue. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Okay, Mr. Truden. Oh, please unmute your mic, Mr. Truden.
Oh, okay. This is the current salary grade of some of these police officers. I want to start with a few of their top officers. Deputy Superintendent of Police, grade 10. That is a very high-ranking person, right? He earns approximately 2 million naira per annum. That's 170,000. Then Superintendent of Police, grade 11. That one earns 1.93 million naira per annum. Superintendent of Police, grade 11, step 10. That one earns 2.2 million. Then let me go down. Chief of Superintendent of Police on grade 12, 2.3. So Abba Kyari, what was his grade again?
ACP.
Assistant Superintendent of Police, right?
Yes. No, Assistant Commissioner of Police. Assistant Commissioner of Police.
Is it higher than Assistant Inspector General?
No.
Assistant Inspector General is higher, right?
Yes.
Okay, look at what Assistant Inspector General earns. 5.9 million. Okay, so even if the Assistant Inspector General that earns far more than what Abba Kyari is earning, there is no way he can own all those properties that is attributed to Abba Kyari. There is nowhere in the world.
Brother Chudi, like I told you, the salary during our time, a lieutenant colonel was not even up to 250,000 naira a month.
In fact, I have all of those. It's just that time I want other people to talk. Otherwise, I would have read to you what all of those people earn. You see?
I said it as ACP, is ASP or ACP. I think he was ACP, Assistant Commissioner
Assistant
of
Superintendent of Police, right? Assistant Superintendent of Police earn 1.5 million naira a month. Assistant Superintendent of Police, which is I think.
All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen. We have to move. We have just an hour for this, but for the chats today, we are going to bring back this topic and we will dissect it because we'll have the time to dissect it during the chat today. Because I mean, obviously we have two systems. We have two systems, the system for the poor and the systems for the rich. Why is it that the people that are made to protect us, to see to it that we adhere to the rules and regulation of and to uphold the constitution of the country, they are the ones bastardizing it. They are the ones, doing all the wrong things. Is it the first ACP? The things that this guy has amassed with this illegal business, and how is it that none of these institutions has flagged them? And what will be the sanction going forward from First Bank? I mean, First Bank is supposed to be a reputable bank. First Bank should be a reputable bank. Mr. Van Maxwell, 30 seconds, please.
Sister Emma, the banks, you see, there are people ahead of him that are supporting him. That explains the adage that I use, father to child, explains that. And he has connections with some of these financial institutions. I'm not talking of the financial institution as a whole, but there are agents in there that are protecting all this ill-gotten money that this man is having. That is why without those people in those financial institutions, he will never hold sway. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that. Mr. Chuksop, it's good to have you on the broadcast, sir. Thank you and welcome to the broadcast.
Good morning, Emma. Good morning, fellow panelists, and good morning, our viewers. It's the system, like every other panelist has spoken, is created to aid these people to do whatever they are doing. There's no doubt about it that there's so many organizations, both governmental and non-governmental, that are put in place to check this. But you find out that when they go there, they call the bluff of them. It's we Nigerians, we know from top to bottom, according to Buhari, we know what is wrong with our country. These people are people who are killing innocent Nigerians. It is not by mistake. Evans himself, let me put it as they said, as at the news of that time, not maybe. Evans called him out, but nobody listened to him. He said because they've been dealing together. He has Evans' properties as well. But because on that occasion, Evans felt he's being intimidated. Okay? He felt that he's being intimidated by Abba Kyari because anytime he has you in his pocket, he can spring up and tell you, I'm going to pick you now if you don't do this, that. What about the people he killed? I'm not saying on the line of duty. I mean, see them on the road. Get their ATMs, kill them. Allegedly. Because they say this is their system. This is how police in Nigeria, not all the police, but some of them that are really corrupt. This is how they operate. We've had people alleging that this same Abba Kyari and his boys in prison, each time they like, they go inside, pick up somebody, take you out for interview, give you condition that you must meet. If you don't meet that condition, you're dead. So he ran terror on Nigerians. It's not that we don't know about it, but who are you to say? The system is designed to favor these people, and that's why we are encouraging everybody to fight back. This is the fight back time. I mean, you cannot go to court today and have justice. I'm not saying even poor man, including big men. The justice system is bastardized in Nigeria. In fact, we have no justice system. If I say that, I don't mean to insult anybody or insult Nigeria. Because you cannot live in a country whereby the police cannot even arrest a military man. If anybody tells me there's a justice system, let that person stand up now and prove to me that the police, who is the chief internal security of the country, cannot arrest a military man. What about those Guadume case? Have we forgotten? If you look at this line of operation, any forces in Nigeria, this is their line of operation.
Wadume was just promoted, by the way. Sometime last week, he was promoted.
So this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. So how can we continue to deal with this? One time, some of our police went to arrest a kidnapper. The military saw them, shoot them to pieces. Till today, nobody arrested them. Nothing was done to them. So the major problem we have is the justice system in Nigeria. I know we're calling out the constitution, right? But there's some things that are good on that constitution. But you see our justice system, I don't see anything good about it. Quote me anywhere. Because if we cannot say, hey, even if it is a general in the military, and they committed a crime. If police cannot pick that person and prosecute him, our justice system is failure. So Abba Kyari and co are thriving because of our justice system. Until we do something about that, from top to bottom, not bottom to top, because the people who are oppressing us are at the top. So if we want to do something about it, until a president can say, no, this cannot happen in my country. If somebody commits a crime, I mean, you see soldiers on the street, they beat up police. They beat them up. You stop them. They say, hey, we are military. Who gave you the right to stop us? Even when you see them committing crime, then they will beat them up. So the system is the system that enabled him. And if the system starts today to get better by prosecuting him and using him as a yardstick to measure all these people, Nigeria will be great. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for coming onto the platform and sharing that was really profound. And you know, you said something, and for you to say that means this happenings, you know, dates way back to, I'm sure you've encountered it, because you sound like a very personal encounter.
A lot, because I don't give them bribe. They dealt with me seriously. 2017, I came back home. I was stormed by Okozu Junction's SARS. I spent more than 5 hours with them, you know, and they refused. Thank God I had a number which, you know, you can call. It's called control room number. So when you call them, you tell them your position, they will tell you the people that are there. So because when I came back, because I know who I am, I'm not going to give you a bribe. I'm not gonna let you ride on me. For example, if I come to local government now and I want my birth certificate today, it's either you give it to me or you end up that day. If you like, kill me. If you like, take me to police. So when I came back, I tried I was going to Enugu at Okozu Junction. They stopped me, you know, and they saw the malaria tablet, Malaron, and they told me that it was drugs. So luckily for me, I got that control room number. So I put that call across to control room, and they said to me, that is intimidation. Go with them anywhere they want you to go, because we've known them. Let them know that you talk to us. That was the only reason I didn't miss. I am saying this, it's a lesson to people. So if you have such number, it is very, very important, because once you make that call to let those people know that you have encounter with them, they will not kill you. They might suffer you, but they will not kill you. Thank you.
And do you know, just 1 second, do you know, guys, that in some advanced countries, especially like in US here, a police has the right to arrest an army officer, a military officer who misbehaves in public, okay? But in Nigeria, who are you to arrest a military officer?
Yeah, even going far, Mr. Juden. You can't even stop the vehicle that you have a military man, you stop and you say you want to, you know, do all that.
Exactly, you can't.
You see this disgust, they get so angry, they could even slap the officer, they drive off. You know, I've been in a vehicle one time.
That is how decay Nigeria is.
We're approaching a roadblock, and he told the driver, go. I said, please don't go. He said, go, that they cannot. I said, but what if they shoot at the car thinking we are criminals? That they should just stop, because the military guy was on mufti. So like he said, did you see the belting from out there? You know, things like that.
And it's so annoying. Nigeria is
our security personnel are not even in sync. How then are they going to fight insecurity in the land?
Do you know, Emma, let me tell you something. Do you know here in America, right? An army officer who on the road, they maybe just ordinary yell at somebody, at a civilian, it could cost him his job. He could go to jail for that. That is assault. And if that person want to press charges, he can press charges, and that army officer will be arrested and then be prosecuted. That is why advanced countries keep advancing.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Mr. Maxwell, all right, real quick, please. You have to unmute your mic, Mr. Maxwell.
Okay, I was, I most of the things that my brother has spoken there is just true. They are all facts. In fact, when I had my car, 1998-99, I drove that car with what they call a trial number for about 6 months with just an army emblem in front of it and the back of it. Once they see it, they run away. See, not because they don't have the power to arrest in Nigeria. What is causing that problem is the level of intimidation from the military, in a department, both army, Air Force, and the Navy on these people, and the high level of participation of the military in the leadership of Nigeria, that they have never come out of it. Till today, they have never come out of it. That is why today, in fact, the military themselves feel that they own everything. You have no right to, arrest them. They can do anything and get away with it. That is not how it is in developed nations. It got to a stage I said, no, I don't have to do this. I am a little bit, literate, and I know some of the rules, not just because you are a military man. I went and licensed my car, got my registration and everything, and I was driving my car peacefully. So when I'm coming, I have no point to, nothing to fear, from anybody. So it is true. Mark my word. What do I call it? There's so much, time or army, the influence of military in the leadership of Nigeria has made Nigerians become what it is today. And it is going to take a long time, Sister Emma and my co-panelists, for people to extricate themselves from that soldier phobia they have implanted in them because of long rule of military leadership in Nigeria. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Vine. Mr. Chris George, a pleasant day to you, Mr. Chris George. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you, all the panel that's speaking. Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Chris George, loud and clear. Please take it away.
Okay. To fight corruption in Nigeria is difficult. Why am I saying this? It's a sectional fight. You can't fight corruption in Nigeria. If we can fight corruption in Nigeria, let me start from former EFCC chairman, Ibrahim Mago. He's a former EFCC chairman, right? And he routed a lot of funds. He discovered many of funds and he routed it. Rather than President Buhari promote him. So, and now, but EFCC are going against young boys. But why their former boss are victims of corruption, bribery, stealing in Nigeria? What of Buhari aide, what's his name? I forget his name of that young man. He received salary while he's retired from the work. If I remember, it's Mohammed Sonson. He's special aide to President Buhari in media. He's out of work and he receives salary. So how can you fight corruption? Corruption is like a sectional fight in Nigeria. Is it like a sectional fight? I remember how former governor of Anambra State deal with Wirobiano, how the EFCC deal with him, and he video leak around social media. But look at those who are legitimate. How many EFCC boss go to Bola Tinubu, go against him? Atiku, Babangida, Obasanjo. All these people, how many EFCC go against them? Even a Kogi State wife, that first lady of Kogi State, during his husband campaign, he charged 1 million naira to his staff member. What is his job? What is the job of first lady? You see, what is the job of that woman? I'm asking. He charged 1 million naira for his staff. The woman does not have ordinarily his husband is a governor, which means when your husband is a governor, you too, you involved in embezzling public fund. So corruption is difficult to fight in Nigeria. Until we return to a regional government, every region will deal with its own people decisively. Because if we continue like this, Nigeria will be just dry off. Look at Accountant General of Federation. He stole many billion. EFCC come against him. The other one stole 70 billion. EFCC come against him.
Even Malami too. The justice. That one.
So what of the Malam? EFCC come against him. So sometimes when I look at fighting corruption in Nigeria, I find it's a sectional fight. If you're someone from South or Southeast, see how EFCC apprehended him. I remember when the EFCC got against P2B, and P2B bring a document that he bought the house in 1994 before joining the politics. He was a businessman. But look at Bola Tinubu and the Atiku Abubakar. EFCC investigate against these people.
A whole bullion van went into your compound on election day and nothing. It was just honestly.
Nothing happened. It's ridiculous in Nigeria. See,
Mr. Chris George, I don't think the problem is that we cannot fight corruption. I think the problem is, we hand over the affairs of the country to a corrupt person to fight corruption.
Yeah.
Equity in their hands. So that's why this time around we have to do better.
Listen,
Those who fight it are themselves very corrupt. That's why they can't fight it. You can't fight corruption when you are very corrupt.
Before we fight corruption in Nigeria, we must forget about tribalism and religion. Because when, for instance now, if P2B stand as president today, go against Marani, the borders for North will rise. If we go against Obasanjo, the Yorubas will rise. If you're against any other part of the country, the borders will rise. So why? What of others people? What of others? What of others? Before we fight corruption in Nigeria, you see this tribalism, religion, we must deal with it first. Rather than we cannot fight corruption. To be sincere, why EFCC are going against those boys, young boys, which government doesn't create job for them? Look at legitimate people in the House of Assembly, senators, even others. EFCC cannot go against these people, but young boys are going against them, confiscating their phone, their assets, coming on Abba Kyari case. See, let me tell you, in Nigeria, it's very difficult for you to deal with the police. You see these policemen, it's very difficult for you to deal with them because they are more corrupt and dangerous than any other body. I can remember one certain time, I'm traveling from Anambra to Ogun State. These people stop me. When I get to UBUA, that's UBUA, I'm getting there. They stop me and they search my phone. I said, nothing, they found nothing of my phone. These people deal with me that extent I will pay before I pass. Because, why? I said I dress nice clothes, I dress fresh. So now, is he crime for a Nigerian citizen to wear nice clothes, put up nice dressing? These people deal with me necessarily. I pay them 5,000 before I get my freedom. He said, without paying that money, I will stay there till even. And I have no choice, but I'm going to Cotonou. When I'm going to Cotonou, I crossing to the border. My passport, that was 2017, before I left Nigeria. I'm going to Cotonou to see one of my friends. My passport is legit, you. Okay, now, I don't cross, so going to that that border, Ilugo border. They look at my passport. The immigration there stop my passport. They say we must pay. But in another civilized country, when they crossing border with your passport, when they stamp your passport, you move. But they will charge you. After the immigration charge you, the custom will correct their own. Because after custom, the military will correct their own. When they're satisfied correcting their own, then you will go. But I crossed to Benin Republic. Behold.
Christian, please wrap up your submission so I move to someone else, please.
Okay. I crossed Benin Republic. When they look at my passport, they say, okay, hey, go. My passport is stamped. Then it is something bothers me when I look about Nigeria. I say, wow, it's very difficult for you to deal with corruption. From top to bottom are corrupt. From presidents to civil servants. Civil servants are worse. You see these civil servants, they are worse. I remember when I passed through Murtala Mohammed International Airport. This I'm traveling with one of Mozambique guy. We are boarding Ethiopian flight to fly back to Ecuador. These people collect our money. They charge us. And they will say, no talk. They will talk. They will mark red pen for your passport. When you go back to Ecuador, they deport me. This person collect 115. The maximum amount they collect 1,500. All the road I passed through there. Ha! You see, it's very difficult to fight corruption in Nigeria because corruption are centralized. Even the police, they say bail is free. Bail is not free. They are collect 2020 naira on the way 50 before 2020 naira now is increasing 100 naira. So everything in Nigeria is corrupt. I rest my case.
All right, Mr. Chooks, thank you. I tell you that the bill now is far from being 100 naira. Oh, goodness gracious. We're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of naira. Now your bill, they'll determine your bill by your appearance or the people that have come to bill you. That's it. So no fixed price. You can be paying 10,000. You is paying 20. You is paying 30. You is paying 5,000. There's really no fixed price to that now. Please, you're trying to join the studio. We have come to the end of newspaper review. I'm sorry, I can't take more people, but join us later by 1 p.m. on the chart today, and we will be talking about the man Kyari. Is it truly a hero cop as he has been tagged, or otherwise, or are we seeing for who he truly is? All right, guys. I have one more person in the studio, and that is Mr. Chooks. No, Mr. Walter. Mr. Walter, welcome to the broadcast. Mr. Walter. All right. I'm giving the shout out to Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so very much, Mommy Diaspora, guys. Join the Niger Watch Family WhatsApp group by sending a message to our Niger Watch call line. You have the number up. You have the number on the screen right now. If you'd like to join our in-house group, that group is actually very interesting, and all sort of characters you have there. Talking about the group, I'd like to give out a shout out to one of the most vibrant person on that group, and that's Mr. Alex. I don't know if you follow my broadcast, but hi, Mr. Alex. Well done for peppering us on that platform. Well done, and kudos to every other person. All right, Uche Okoro, good to have you here. Udoka Joy Aloze, welcome to our family, Madam Joy, and I hope to see you around more often. Okay, I have Justin Emmanuel. Justin Emmanuel, good to have you back. Jace Morgan, thank you for being here. Oziegwe, hi Oziegwe, how you doing? Happy New Week, my brother. Thank you for being here. Bella Naomi, my beautiful dearest sister. Good to have you here as always. Thank you for being here. Michael Okere, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And yes, please come and take me away. All right, Josephine, good morning to you too, madam. Good to have you here. Mary Kimade, good morning to you. Mary, cheers to a new week, and I wish you all beautiful things in this new week. Thank you for being here. All right. Who else do I have here? I have
Hello.
Yes, is that Mr. Walter?
It's me. Good morning, Emma.
Okay, just hold on a minute, Mr. Walter. Just hold on a minute. James Morgan, thank you for being here. Clement, thank you for being here. Osa Govo, my dearest friend, thank you for being here. Thank you to each and every one of you, Father Evangelist, man of God. Thank you for being here, sir. Thank you. All right. Do not forget to join us every Monday through to Saturday by 10 a.m. Nigerian time for our newspaper review. And guys, I have a news for you guys. So, you know the charts we usually run for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Well, there's a new development. So we have the charts now for Monday and Wednesdays only. Friday has been taken out for, for other things to happen. So Friday has been taken out. So now we have the chart twice in a week, and that's Monday and Thursday. I know, I feel this kind of way too, but guys, we will still keep it hot on the chat, guys. Especially today, we'll be talking about the man KYARI, a hero cop or not. Yes, I will bring in all the details, all the dealings he has had. It's about time we question all the dealings that he has had. It's about time we revisit some cases. Was this case, was it a setup? Was it because this person did not comply to his using backhand to take money, or what truly is the situation of this case? Thank you to everyone here. Mr. Maki Rabo, thank you. Good morning and happy new week to you too. It's always good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you. Mr. Walter, I hope I still have you here.
Yes. Good
All
morning,
right,
Ima.
Mr. Walter. Morning,
Good morning,
sir.
my fellow panelists. This
All
Abba
right.
Kyari case, this Abba Kyari case is just a tip of the iceberg. And all this one coming out now, I think they are politicizing it now. They want to distract the extradition. If not, they know him. They know his antecedent. They know what is within about Evans, and even before Evans' case. And it has been a tradition, this political class. Now, because they extradited him, they don't want him to go. Because when you leave this case here, I bet you, tomorrow, Abba Kyari will be freed and they will promote him again. If you leave this case within the Nigeria, they will free him and promote him. And when you talk about this unexplained weight about civil servants and police, military, even senators, it's everywhere. Until we come to question people's wealth, source of income, and how much they've gotten so far, Nigeria is going nowhere. Just imagine our principal contestant, Tinubu and Atiku. Atiku will tell you he worked with the custom. How many years? If I want to be very, very generous with him, he will serve 35 years. I know he never served so. Calculate the amount they are paying in annually times 35 years, times any business he's been doing, and get to the amount he has today. You know that Nigeria is nowhere. Then talk about our own Jagaban. He worked with the US. How many years? He said, even as a governor, how many years? Then calculate what he's supposed to be earning times the amount he has today. You know that Nigeria is gone. Then come down to the other parastatals. You see a teacher driving a car worth 10 million. You see a banker owning several houses. You don't talk. You will talk. You say you are jealous. You are jealous of him. You are jealous of that. You are jealous of this. Even pastors, we don't question people's wealth, source of income. We don't question them. It's normal. That's why you see people doing things with impunity. Nobody will ask. If you ask,
Mr. Walter, do we not have an organization that is in charge of checkmating these things? Because I just shared a personal encounter. There was one business I had to transact. Unknown to me, the money was going to come in dollars. I think it was about $25,000 then. So it came in my personal name, but with my company's, headings and all of that. I was questioned. I was queried. Like, I was at the bank and they sent people to my office address to go and make sure that, yes, this business is actually happening there. Meanwhile, they told me network. I was there for a very long time. There was another department I went into to be queried on how to make preparations, how to do this my business, if truly I know about it. So if for just that small amount of money, I had to go through all that process, someone had to go, like it took days. They said, go and come back. Why you go and come back? They will go and verify those other informations. The staff that they are going there. And if they're going to do that to me, how much more a public
Madam Ima, it's because you are innocent. It's because you are innocent. The banker, let me just tell you something. I'm leaving worry. Do you know, I'm like this because I never, if I have you as a Yahoo friend, I delete your number instantly. Do you know, several times I've been victimized because of my international transaction with banks. Bankers are more corrupt than any other people. Because you are innocent. For instance, if that money is an ill-gotten money, before you collect the money, you must have met the guy at the top. If you promise to give them some percentage, believe you me, you will spend less than 10 minutes there. Before you come, they will call you, the money has come, or this. They work with these fraudsters. And you know one thing, I don't want to excuse them. Not because you cannot deal with corruption at the top, means you will just exonerate all corruption. I detest Yahoo boys. Anybody called Yahoo boy, I detest it. I'm a youth. That the leaders are corrupt does not give you the right to do because tomorrow you become a leader again. You become somebody's father and somebody's grandfather, like the likes of the Tinubu. They were like this before in US. So if we cannot fight the top, it doesn't mean we should exonerate the bottom. The bankers are working with this fraudster. That's why they succeed in cash out. So the system is very corrupt until we learn to question unexplained words. If you are working as a sales boy, you don't expect to buy a car of 3 million. How do you have that money? A parent will just welcome that. Your child who could not even finish WAEC just enter somewhere in 6 months time, came with a laptop and buy a SUV car. You go to church and celebrate it. Pastor will not even ask, how come this 22-year-old boy own this car of 22 million? Reverend Father will not question. Father will not question. Parents will not question. Aunties will not question. Uncles will not question. Nobody will question in the street. Police will not question because they own their own share. So until we learn to question unexplained words from anybody, whether from the president down to Poton, Nigeria cannot go anywhere. Forget who you are, whether you're working with any department. Those departments you say, because they know that you are innocent, and they want to put that stress on you so that you will also okay, let's just take a shortcut. Give them something, they will not question you again. I bet you. Give them something, they will not question you again. So that has been the system until we learn to question people. For if they tell you what policemen have done, havoc they have committed in this country, policeman, you will prefer an armed robber to a policeman.
Of course, armed robbers are better than the police.
Havoc, of course. If you have some level of money in your pocket, traveling from, let's say, from Warri to Ore, just be praying. And I want to beg everybody listening to me, don't fight with policemen on the road. They will just kill you and lie against you. Don't even claim right. Just try to, if you can smart enough to know their name, video them, give them anything they want and go, because they will kill you, they will lie on you. So don't argue with them, because they gave them that power. And believe in me, though, I'm not justifying this one. We are in a situation where we are in a jungle, where the stronger defeat the weak. Those people blaming soldier man on policemen, don't blame them. Don't blame them, because the police is doing worse to a lesser person than what the soldier man is doing. Sure, let me tell you, soldier man are punishing them today because their siblings or their friends have complained the evil policeman have dealt with them on the police. So I have this soldier man, a friend, say, come, if I hear any soldier do something, just call me. Any police do something. So when you look at the system, I would blame the government, because if they are really responsible, they will question people's earning. See what Malami is doing now. You just do this with impunity. The president, because being an in-law, even before in-law, you cannot ask question. Why are you doing this to us? Why? No, everybody, just people be justifying Tinubu's words, justifying article that he said as this, as that. Okay, serve for 100 years. Can you give account? Okay, you serve for 100 years and you are being paid 1 million naira a month. With the money you have today now, can you give account? So, Ima, I don't know how to put this, but it's corruption and it's responsible of everybody. I'm sorry for Obi. Obi would become president, but I'm sorry for him, because the work he's going to face, he cannot do it alone. Everybody must join to fight this corruption, because one man, even bring a pope from the Vatican to become the president, he cannot fight this corruption we are having today in Nigeria. You and I, Ima and I, we fight it. I rest my case.
All right, thank you, Mr. Walter. Those are very true words. And I think, we are waking up to coming to a time where when we see anything on the news, stolen vessel, everybody, we are asking questions. What is this? What's happening? Exactly. This is from Mommy Diaspora. She says, exactly, some of our people will say they have a miracle worker pastors. All right, and I have this comment from Johnson I wanted to take. Johnson Manuel says, politicians, civil servants, please kindly put your mic on mute, please. Thank you. All right, Mr. Jaden, I see you. I'll call on you later. Justin Emmanuel says, politicians, civil servants, other rich Nigerians, the origin of their wealth is questionable. In fact, if we investigate every rich person in Nigeria, the prison will not contain them. And, for some reason, right, I think Abba Kyari is intentionally not mentioning people's name, because I can't imagine what will happen if Abba Kyari begins to mention names. All hell will definitely let loose. And I also think that is why they are refusing to extradite him, because if they do, he will have no choice at this point than to call out names. All right, Mr. Jordan, let me have your question, please.
Abba Kyari, why they did not allow him to be extradited to the United States to answer for his sins? He had already threatened that if anything happened, that all hell will break loose, that he's going to mention names. Abba Kyari is not only the one that has been enjoying, let me use that word, enjoying his booties. Okay, there are people higher ups than him that that gets a chunk of the share. Okay, and those are the people that are afraid, and those are the people that have worked so vigorously on the ground to see that he wasn't extradited, because he held them on their groin that if you ever allow me to be taken to the United States, I'm going to mention all of you. Can we all remember what happened to that NDDC panel? Sometime, was it last year or early this year, where they were not asking the man that was confessing, turn on the mic, it's okay, it's okay.
That was the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Godswill Akpabio.
Yes,
because
yes.
He started mentioning names that, after all, this 90, is it not 90-something billion naira that they are asking him to account for? He said, after all, contracts were given on this money, and many collected the contract, and you didn't do the contract, and you collected the money. Then they now ask him, stop, it's okay, off the mic.
Honorable member, off your mic.
It's okay. Yeah.
Brother Chooks.
Does anybody here that panel?
Brother Chooks, you know why?
That was the end of that panel. Nigeria
Brother Chooks, you know why? Because you see, when he started calling the National Assembly, he was pinpointing the direction he was going that time was the direction of the National Assembly. And it is the same National Assembly committees that were also interviewing him, so they couldn't allow him to call.
It's okay, off the mic.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I'll take this comment from Evans. Hi, Barrister, how you doing? Good to have you here. Evans says that okay, this is exactly 4:22 a.m. in my end, but he had to do this. He said, I applaud the speaker. The shame attached to the police job forced me to resign. After being a security detail to late Depriye Alamasia, I should have been AIG. Oh, wow. I'm sure we didn't see that coming, right? All right. So I definitely. So how do we push for justice to prevail? How do we push for Abba Kyari to be extradited? Because I think that is the only way, and that is if those other ones too do not play us. We would like for everyone, things like this when it happens, and we push for the needful to be done, right? Things like this is what's bust the old bubble, and everything is all let out. Who knows who gets to be picked up? Who gets to be picked up? Who knows? All right, thank you for being part of today's broadcast, each and every one of you. Comment section, my panelists, those watching and not saying nothing, you guys have contributed one way or the other to the broadcast, and I say big thank you to each and every one of you. Please do not forget to join me today by 1 p.m. on the chat. Yes, I'll be here by 1 p.m. on the chat for you guys. Okay, so my panelists, please give your 30-second submission. We are far behind schedule. Mr. Vine, please.
Thank you so much, Emma, and I'm very, very glad to be here. I just want to tell Nigerians that they are the solution of their own problems. If you want a Nigeria that is going to work for you, that will be corrupt free, it is in your hands. Nobody will come and do it for you. You live in there, you feel the pains, you feel the injustices that is meted upon you. You have the right to make it right, not people from Cotonou, Benin Republic, Togo, Ghana, Liberia, or any other place. You have to do what you have to do in order to get away from this, bad, demonic system that Nigeria is operating with. God bless you and have a wonderful day today.
All right, thank you, Mr. Vine. Mr. Chooks, please.
Yeah, thank you once again. You say we can shout all we want until we Nigerians will start doing the right thing. And we need to start it by voting the right leaders. Vote out all this off your mic or off the mic, because these people are the real issue in Nigeria. I'm telling you, our Senate are the real issue. I think they started another this thing. They were there. The DJs and whatever they call themselves are intimidating a whole somebody who is representing millions of people, and a common, just one person put in an appointee of an office, intimidating them, telling them that they cannot provide them these documents. What are we talking about? You coming to defend your budget and you don't come with the necessary documents to defend the budget. I mean, until we show seriousness by voting all. When I say all the senators, the House of Rep, all of them needed to go home. Then those who will come up will know that we are not joking. Thank you. Good day, everybody.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Please do not forget to join us 1 p.m. today for the chats. Please do not forget to join us 1 p.m. today for the chat. Thank you very much to my amazing panelists. Thank you. All right, Mr. Walter.
My little take is that we should stop celebrating unexplained wealth. And we should have that courage to question anybody who comes with flashy things that his salary cannot afford. And Nigeria is our own. We cannot go anywhere to do it. And we must start it from our home, meaning my siblings, my mother, my brothers, my cousins. We shouldn't be pointing finger why we hide our own. Let us put effort together to make sure Nigeria works for us. And those bankers, I say it 3 times. They are in the forefront. Bankers are police. If they are good, Nigeria is good. Because the money comes through them. They see it. They cannot say they don't see it. But they have their own percentage, so they let it go. So please, Nigerians, let's wake up and fight for our own. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Walter. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you that has been part of this broadcast. I can't oversay this. I really look forward to this same energy by 1 p.m. on the chat, guys. Come on, let's have our family meeting. Let's talk. Let's say it as it is. Let's reason together. Let's learn and unlearn something on the chat today. So I beckon on each and every one of you saying this. Call, tell someone about the chat. Invite someone, poke someone, let them know. Turn on your notification bell so that you will not even miss out on it. Thank you very much for being here. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. Mr. Judin, it's only right that I end the broadcast with you, seeing that I started with you today. Thank you for being my first panelist, and thank you for your dancing compliment. Please take it away, Mr. Judin.
Thank you so much. I want to say corruption is easy to fight, and the only issue is that in Nigeria, those that are saddled with the responsibility of fighting it themselves are endemically corrupt. Because they said he that comes to the house of equity must come with a clean hands. The reason why our leaders cannot fight corruption is that themselves are the father and the mother and the grandparents of corruption. Okay, and everything starts and stops with leadership. You can't tell me if you're in a ministry and you're heading a ministry, and then the head of that ministry is seen to be an upright man or an upright woman, is not corrupt. Every other thing below that person below that leader is going to take proper shape. But when a leader is corrupt, and those working under him or her see that he's making so much money on a corrupt means, what do you expect other ones to do? And imagine a situation in Nigeria where leaders, ministries, instead of paying workers' salary, they will collect workers' money and put in a bank and collect interest. Meanwhile, workers will go 1 month, 2 months without being paid. They keep telling them stories. Meanwhile, they are collecting interest on the money they are supposed to use to pay that worker. Isn't this evil? Isn't this evil in the highest order? But when we have the president, we have those in charge, they don't question any of this thing because all of them are totally corrupt. That is why the problem of corruption can never be solved, because leadership has to be upright before you can fight corruption in Nigeria. I yield my case.
All right, thank you for that. Thank you. So I will just take this word because this is brilliantly said. I will just use this as my footnote. And this is from Mommy Diaspora. She says, every one of us have a responsibility in changing the narratives. The change starts from within you. Is now or never. Vote wisely. Peter Obi is the way forward to seeing a brighter tomorrow. One love. Thank you to each and every one of you. We can't overemphasize or say this things. It is very, very, very important for us to vote wisely. We need to vote someone that that will come to the table with equity. We need to vote someone that will come to the table with clean hands. We need to vote someone that will come to the table, and can call out anybody for anything without fear of being implicated for something they did 10 years ago, 20, 30 years ago. I mean, that should not be our problem. We shouldn't pay for someone's lifestyle, So let's do better, please. Get your PVC, vote right, and be sure of what your principal is saying. Be sure of what they are bringing to the table for Nigeria to be better. It is not in the hands of one person. It is in the hands of you and I. Until I come your way much later today, please stay well, stay safe, and be very nice to someone out there. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.